This is it, the gold standard. We are going for gold.
All right, man, bring it in tight, bring it in tight. Let me tell you something. That was the best.
Base seasons game. So if I win this, I go to the playoffs, and I hope I do win this. So yeah. And sorry for the music. I don't know how to turn that off in Madden. So yeah. God, my throat.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA.
So I'm pretty sure I will have to kick it
from the
off.
Gulf Coast of Florida,
Kicking it
at
off.
Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19.
Jesus. That hit sounded like it hurt. Jesus.
So
Christ.
first and 10 now from the 30. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper.
God,
only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, you do it all game long. They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On third down, Ryan swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. He punted 4 times. In the loss last week as he gets this one away here.
No.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bucs now to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
Running is Barber. And he's got some space here.
There's no way.
I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay.
No way.
With touchdown number 27, that ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like.
Watch it be.
We see that are already
a 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted.
Imagine.
Vernon Hargraves with a pick.
Accepted this.
Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on first
Little
and 10.
teammates, God.
A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. And we get a glance now at the Buccaneer offense.
Mike, this is exactly what you're looking for in a receiver in today's NFL. Big, quick, can flat-out run, but makes great adjustments when the ball is in the air. Ranked number 3 last year in receiving yards, 1,000 yards receiving every year he's been in the league.
On 2nd down, it's Barber. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Ow.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 3rd down, Barber. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Come on.
And that is going to be incomplete. Bruce Arians takes a shot there, but his guys come up empty. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams...
They just juke me.
No,
you don't.
He's at the 30. Touchdown, Falcons.
Juke me.
Devontae Freeman, 76 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness first to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Should I start
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
Maybe I'm doing a Hail Mary.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this goal?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Okay, let's try catching
second
it.
and 10. Second and 10. He's going to look deep for Perriman.
No.
Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Pass.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted.
Should I run it?
The pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try it now with Barber.
Yeah.
And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. Boy, a real head-scratcher there.
Anyway, it was
will take
risky.
control of the football in great field position. Here's Ryan to throw. Caught by Sanu. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Dang, I suck.
Mohamed Sanu, his 11th touchdown.
Last match was like 50,
and the Falcons
like
push further out in
52 to
front.
like 6 or something.
Great corner
56
out there,
or something.
not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Extra point up and good.
I tried to like click
and the
triangle
decision
to like
kick
get the
extra
ball
point
and
winds
stuff.
up successful.
But that
Now
didn't
after the
work.
touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Or no?
Heading back out there, a look at Peyton Barber. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's being a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
That sound when they hit you so funny.
First down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. The carry for Barber. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield.
Okay, this time
Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Oh, God. What
Looking
the?
to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
God. That's what
Yeah, that's how we do,
Second quarter
I
now
need
in
to
Tampa
blow
Bay.
it
It's the
17
Buccaneers
once
in
to
control
get
of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they'll get this
I got
past
the
midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
I'm just gonna go to this.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard
right on the
line.
left side. I would just go this way.
Now it's Barber.
Oh, what the? Nah, that
Maybe
wasn't
measure of
fair.
revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. Mike Evans, he's going to go. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, touchdown number 18 on the year, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. And now Coach Bruce Arians has made the call. His guys will go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the 3-point shot. And people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead, it works opposite.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Ryan got his man. That's the goal, Julio Jones. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run here with Barber. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
To return for this game.
And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain him.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right?
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Amerson. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to
They
give
should
him
not
one,
have done
we?
that.
I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his team.
You know they could have just gone it. You know, if I sacked the quarterback, he could have gave me
Levante David in on the tackle.
Come on.
On 2nd down, Freeman.
What the?
Gets it up past the 10.
They're good at running, but I'm not. This is so
Yeah, he's able to
stupid.
get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman.
I suck.
So we've come upon half.
Yes,
Right,
it's
hang
my
on.
ball.
We'll jump over halftime.
Not today,
The final 2
boys.
quarters of the NFL regular
Yoink.
season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is
Let's try to
underway.
do
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game
Why
plan
do
is
they
showing
kneel
you.
when they're injured? That don't make no sense.
Let's go. 70, Indy.
They'll run on first down.
Move,
And
teammate.
for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. In on the tackle, Devondre Campbell, Falcons' leading tackler in 2018. Running with Barber out of the gun. Oh, Barber loses it, and the Falcons grab it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Man, I got one question. How do you
Often
hold
on
the ball
fumbles,
like
you look at the guy who
tight?
coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him.
Is that
Congratulations.
I
Big
want to
time
hold
play.
it
Knocking it free and creating
tight
something
or
good for your team.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Ryan. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now Ryan. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot
How are they
on,
supposed to
how
make
about
it
the
that
execution of
far?
that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
You know, 20 years ago, you get
Okay,
where
so
he was in that
all
50
one
range,
kick
maybe a
with
little over, and it's a big kick. But now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory.
So
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. On third down, it's Barber. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
That's how you pick up a first down. You know where the sticks are. You know where the first down marker is, and you find a way to get there. That's called having vision.
He had a lot of vision last week, didn't he? NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was dominant.
I shouldn't do that.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup.
If I did do
yards
him,
on first
it was
down.
interesting.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I'll make it, but just like
And he's got this down almost to
get
the
like
20
hit by the
before
people
he's dropped.
behind me, so I can.
He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? All of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Let's go!
Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. This one's caught. And it stretches their lead up to 8. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's
22
strategy now.
seconds
When I
until
talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Back now in Tampa. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. On 2nd and 9. Ryan complete to Jones. So they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Here comes a big one as this crowd gets out making some noise. It's 3rd and short. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. Yeah, Freeman was trying to work his way forward, but I don't think he got there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
This is taken at the 18. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. With the Bucs offense making their way back out on the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture, Charles, coming into the weekend in the NFC. And these guys locked into that number 1 seed. That's been a foregone conclusion for a while now. The question on everyone's mind, can they finish the... And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Peyton Barber with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic, a lot of fun to watch.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go.
To throw is Ryan. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Ryan. Ryan hit, and he lost the football.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. Is incomplete. Dan Quinn there on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. They'll run here with Barber. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Peyton Barber with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. As the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Ryan.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ndamukong Suh in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on 4th down. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off near the 44. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Barber. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Jordan Leggett the target there. But now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Peyton Barber becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the interception by the Bucs D leads to a touchdown. And they'll still try and run for it. And he is going to lose yardage here.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
And here now come the Falcons. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now it's Ryan. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Ryan. Looking sideline, incomplete. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing again, Ryan. And that is incomplete.
Oh, God, they dropped that.
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They'll start on the ground with Barber. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
In your face.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think they can follow this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering.
Let's go. I won now advance to next week.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish now. The story flip if I let you tell it. From my heart and soul and so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused.
Guys, last time we were out here, coaching staff didn't like what we saw. You all know it wasn't good enough. So let's make up for that today and have a great one. I know you got it in you. So let me see that greatness come out on the field, all right? Let's do it.
I stay on the mission, coming for the top position. Ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing. The opposition ain't all that lane switching. This is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You would do like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You would do like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Set, 8, read. Ready, ready? Set up. 10-2 saw. Fire.
Gentlemen, achieving our goals starts right here on the practice field. I can't stress that enough. You all know we have lofty goals for this season. If you want to achieve those goals, we gotta raise our goals. Today just wasn't good enough. So next practice, we have to be much better.
Let's go now. Now. Come on, set. 60 outlaw. Shoot.
I don't wear ball. Whatever do is ball. Man, I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard.
Down.
I got power up
70, get it.
Sitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Double zeros like a center, yell next. Every flow is unmatched, and I better get set in. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Now go.
But I got a team with me. Black man, I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole
Now that's what I'm talking about, fellas. I don't know what happened between last week and this week.
Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid?
Well, that is gonna be it for today. Have a great day.